All right. It is currently, hold on, I think it might. I don't know, we good. It is currently, oh, don't mind the fucking tears and shit. It's not really tears. When it's cold or when the wind blows, my eyes just water. Anyways, it's currently 2:28 a.m. I'm walking this damn dog because she kept crying in the middle of the night. And I know that cry anywhere because the last dog I used to like watch over had he was sick at some point. Man, there was this one night he was just crying. Took him out. It was like every 20 minutes damn near. Bro was just fucking, I'm sorry, he just had to keep going. The point of this little mini vlog is something I just realized. I was just talking to myself out loud because it's good to be able to just don't just vent to anybody, bro. You never know who your enemy is. Only give out information that you're okay with giving out because you've already solved it for yourself. And when you're giving out certain information, make sure you word it in a way where it's like it kind of leaves them enough space to either interpret things for themselves. That way you're not forcing something on them in terms of an image. Because if you try to force that image, you're just gonna end up selling yourself short. They're gonna be expecting what it is you're selling for the majority of the time. Anyways, that was a complete, I forgot what it's called when you just, a tangent. That was a complete different, it had nothing to do with why I started the video. Anyways, this is gonna go along the lines of surrounding yourself with the right people. People who's really about their shit and really on their grind, like they got a whole bunch of stuff going on. Same way like you, those same people go through real world problems. They got their own things that they got going on. But if you see them staying strong, bro, those are the kind of people you need to if you can't tell that they're stressing out and kind of trying to figure out what their next move is, those are people you kind of want to you can't even see me. It's okay. I'm gonna just talk. I'm gonna just be a floating head and a voice. Those kind of people, bro, you want to stay around because, I'm honestly hoping this wind isn't getting in the AirPod. I'm so sorry if it is. But you want to kick it around those people. Those people know what it is to go through the fire and keep cool, Especially if you're not able to do that as well. But if you always want to be around someone who's like-minded, someone who's really gonna inspire you to be the best you, keep pushing you forward to, get to put in the work that you should be putting in. And something I realized today, or I guess yesterday, I was around my man's. He's got a business going and some more stuff on the side. Something that's it's inspiring. And I'm sure he notices the same kind of drive that I have. I have it, but I explained to him that certain things that are keeping me down. Yep, that's why I stayed out here. I was like, I know she's gonna have to go again. It kind of weighs his weight on my heart a bit much. Not a lot, but at the time, it was kicking my butt, man. It was keeping me down and out of the play. And there's a lot of doubt going on for sure. Anyways, people like that who have the same kind of drive, same kind of interest as you, but they're actually making it happen. Those people are gonna sense that within you, and they're gonna try and push you to, they're not. It's not necessarily it's like a spiritual handout. They're doing their best to kind of put you around the right people try and get you acquainted with, because if they see something in you that they know you have that potential to really like spark, you know, it's possible to do everything alone, but it just makes it 10 times harder. And it's like when you got the right people around you, the right team, bro, everything will go smoothly. It's just a matter of time and how much work you're ready to put in. And you know, if you don't even think about the time or the work, just enjoy the ride. If you're not thinking about those two things, you're good. Sometimes it's hard to not think about how long it's taking, or you know, or how hard it might be getting. But just try and remind yourself and keep cool. Just find a way to tell yourself throughout this whole thing, you know, just try and something that helps me is I look back on like how I used to be, or how I would have responded, how the younger me or inexperienced me would respond to the situation compared to now, and really see the growth in myself. And I would also I would just take the time to like give myself some praise, some big ups, you know, a little pat on the back. Cause it's like, bro, shit, stuff gets hard, but it's like, you do realize in order for you to get to certain stages, you have to like get there. You know what I'm saying? Like you're watching yourself grow. You're like your own parent in a way. Just watching after yourself, get stronger, go through trials and tribulations. And it's a good feeling. If you're obsessed with progress and feeling good about the things you have accomplished, go ahead, keep doing it. And appreciate the small things. Don't overlook those small milestones, because then you're gonna get too used to wanting the big rewards, and then sometimes you're not gonna get big rewards. Sometimes you're not gonna get any rewards at all. You know, this is how it goes. But yeah, just keep yourself around the right people. They're gonna put you in the right circumstances. They're almost like angels for that time period, for whatever arc you're in. They're always gonna look out for you and just really make sure things happen for you the way they should. And they just see that potential, and there's like, they're waiting. You're like a flower waiting to blossom. I'll be back real quick. Okay, now that I've found the mic, I'm gonna continue the video, but I'll probably cut it short. I just wanted to finish up some shit. I can't really be as loud as I want to now that I think about it. It's late. I'm pretty passionate about the shit I'm talking about, so. But anyways, they're kind of like, not guardian angels, but like, God had his hand into, he just handpicked the people to put around you for both good and bad situations. It sounds weird, but like, he makes sure you go through that what the fuck? He makes sure that you also go through like shit as well. It's really just one big teaching moment. You know, like certain people only pick up answers from certain situations, whether they're light or heavy consequences. So like, like some people, they don't really learn until shit really hits the fan, and it's unfortunate that that's also how, like, as the generations go on, it's been, I don't know how to explain it. It's like lighter punishment as it goes on. Some people still like go through it, but anyways, just make sure you're around the right folks. You'll know when you are. because it's just everything will click. You'll understand. I will say though, don't try your best not to like hold on to certain moments. I mean, it's called a moment for a reason. You know what I mean? Like certain people are meant to be in your life for however long they're supposed to be there. Once their job is done, it's time for you to move on. You shouldn't really fight to keep people in your life because you may not know that you could be holding them back. Your presence alone. You know what I mean? It just gets like that sometimes. Damn, I wish I had a tripod, bro. I should have ordered it. Oh yeah, that's another thing we were talking about. I wish I ordered it before I had spent it, bro. I ordered some clothes. Not to say that I didn't need it, but like I really didn't need it. But it was just something to like, you know, something nice. It's for the weather, if anything. But yeah. Instead, I ordered some clothes instead of from an Instagram ad. Funny, right? I did not receive that shit. They just ran off with my money. That was one of those things where it's like, you know damn well. If you got a bad feeling about something, it's probably true. Anyways, yeah, so I'm gonna get like a little mic adapter, the USB-C connecting thing. The joint you could just clip on your shirt. And a little tripod. And I'll probably get like a ring light attachment. I might not need it. Well, I probably will if I'm gonna be filming at night. But yeah, there's a lot of things you can do to just really make sure you're going the right places, going the right way. Like, there's just a way of knowing if you aren't a believer in certain like religious beliefs. You don't even have to be religious, but it's like there's no way that you're alive and you just think you're not here for something. It don't work that way. It really doesn't. The more you try to like, you know, close the eyes that you were taught to have to see the world, the more you get used to like seeing it for what it really is. You know, it's gonna be like a whole lot easier to understand which path you're supposed to take, what you're gonna go on. I thought I knew where I wanted to go. Or at first, I remember not knowing at all when I was younger. So that's why certain things I just didn't even indulge in. The fuck? Anyways, what's my phone in? 29%, my fault. Yeah, I'm just walking right now. I don't know where I'm going, I'm just walking. Or like, I know where I'm going, but my feet are moving and I'm just going. Feet are moving, my legs are following. And I'm just talking. I really have no thought process behind this. When I get into these moods, not moods, but when I get into these moments where I just have like these big brain ideas, a lot of the time it's coming from a higher self. That's what I realize. My higher self. Oh, I'm gonna go to this parking lot. It's a bunch of light over here. Yeah. Anyways, what was I talking about? Oh, let's just circle back to the main topic. I think I probably touched enough points, but yeah. Those people that are like the people that are like that have been you per se, the current situation you're in, they probably already been through that. And when they see that, the right people will kind of like make sure you're putting your best foot forward. They're gonna push you to be a better you, to be where you're supposed to be. They can't push you to be them, but they do know what it's like to be in your position. So not everyone's wired the same. So the best thing they can do is like push you, you know, to be a better you, like literally you. I've always had like the idea of like being a listener more than a doer. But boy, when I get that opportunity to really put my mind to it and do, it just can't be replicated. You know what I mean? And that's the kind of like confidence and impact you want to have when it comes to whatever it is you're putting forward. Like there's something he said, my man's Manny, he said, you're meant to create. And I think what he meant by that is like, you know, life is all about creation. Like you wouldn't be here if there weren't people before you and other things before you that were created. Like if people didn't come together and like put their minds to work, there wouldn't really be much of anything. And it's not just gonna end with you. Like other people out here are also creating. So why not do the same? Like what else are you here for? Whether it's creating like a form of art, creating a path for people to kind of have a better time at opening up about maybe touchy topics, or just like creating an escape, and also like or creating a form of education. You know, just little things. You know. Life is about being able to put something out and life's about spreading seeds wherever it is you're told to plant those seeds, and you just keep planting them, whatever field it is, as long as it's something that you know is going to sprout into something beautiful. Like, look, yeah, it's you doing it, but you never know, someone else can come along and do something even greater, but that great thing probably wouldn't have happened without you. So try your best to also not compare yourself to others' work. You're just going to get stuck trying to be like somebody else. Just do what you can do best, the way you're meant to do it, and you'll be all right. Anyways, I'm not gonna lie, I might be done. My hands are pretty cold, or my hand that's holding the phone is pretty cold. I don't really think I have much to talk about. If there's something that comes to my mind that I want to say, I probably will say it. Yeah, I'm done, bro. I'm done. But yeah, just try your best to be mindful of like where it is you're going. You'll know when it's right or wrong, because you'll just have that. You'll have that voice. And if it's not a voice for you, you'll have that feeling. And honestly, bro, that voice is not really a voice. It's really just like, you just know. It's like, it's your voice, but it's not your voice, but it is your voice. Like the more you're used to like listening and like just thinking about the right thing, and you're actually understanding why it's the right thing, you'll understand that it's, you know, it's coming from a higher place. And it's you. It's who you're, you know, who you're supposed to be. You know what I mean? And the more you get good at like hearing and heeding those messages, heeding those warnings, just following through with those plans that are set out for you, life's gonna get a whole lot easier. Especially when it comes like yeah, times are gonna get tough. Like there's certain obstacles you're gonna have to. It might take you a while to overcome and stuff like that. But man, sorry, it's gonna be real slight. You're not even gonna realize it, because you've been through it before. Life's about patterns too. Things may look a little different, smell different, taste different. You know, like certain senses don't really matter. they'll all be a little bit different sometimes. But the minute you recognize something that's similar to what you've been through before, it's like what you're going through now is just like, hey, this is exactly like the last time. What did you notice that you did differently that made it work or that made it not work? It gives you that chance to like really pick through it and and choose your next move and kind of understand. Kind of understand what it is that you should be doing next. I don't even know what that was. What the fuck? Sorry, excuse my language. But yeah, man. I'm actually very happy given my current situation. It's nothing to be happy about, but it's like, bro, I'm still here. Things could be a lot worse, but it's not. I have everything is I need to like progress, put myself forward. I got this, I got this, I got this, and I got a whole like, working body. Don't ever sell yourself short, and don't ever make yourself feel like you're not good enough to do something. A lot of people make excuses for themselves, and it's really just like that excuse is what's holding you back. The things that you think you can't do because of something that's been lingering around in your mind, it's only in your mind. Other people around you don't even see what you're thinking about. They don't even feel the same way you feel about yourself. It's just you and whatever else that was around you to help you build this this mindset of just being scared of success and wanting to do better. Like, going through change and in difficult times, that's it's supposed to happen. That kind of stuff. When people say pressure makes diamonds, I never really understood it. Because it's like, well, I'm not a fucking diamond, obviously, right? I'm not the actual material, but like, bro, you gotta go through some disheartening things to really like harden yourself as a diamond would. You gotta go through tough times. You gotta go through stuff that's like, if you really think back about on all the things that you couldn't have done, like, let's say you get forward and you realize and you're like, dang, I wish I did this, I wish I did that one around this time. That's just really a thing of like, well, you still can, but it's like, you didn't know at that time. You didn't know at all. Which is why it's like, if you were, let's say you did do something at that time, you made that decision, going forward, the next problem that you've already faced or haven't faced yet, you wouldn't even have known how to deal with it. So just take everything as a lesson. Every bit of time used as a time to learn, and just really, just take your time, but it's like, time isn't real. You're here forever. Or no, you're not here forever. I'm sorry. I don't know how to word this. This is a whole different topic, but like, as long as there's like different kinds of wavelengths, vibrations, stuff like that, everything is always going to be around. Everything is you. You are everything around you. Like, one thing I've been getting into lately is just really understanding like everything that I'm looking at, that I'm standing on, that I'm smelling, feeling, that I can touch, stuff like that, bro. That's me. Because I'm in my own world. You as an individual, you are everything. Everything is you. Also, the people that you meet, they're just different versions of you, which is why I understood why sometimes when I meet certain kinds of people, it kind of frustrates me, because it's just like, I've been that person before. So it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Everyone is just a reflection or some kind of new interpretation, or just a reflection of who you are. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. Like, yo, you're everything. You know what I mean? because it's your life. It's your individual experience. Like, yeah, there's people around you, but those people don't really matter necessarily. Like, they all have their own lives, their own problems. So it's best to just try your best to like really focus and lock in on your life. And it's like that kind of energy, when you put out the energy of like someone who's really grinding or really trying to like put in that work for themselves to better themselves, other people will feel that. There's some people who will kind of, they'll try and steal that energy from you, or they'll feed off of it, which could also go along the lines of stealing, but in a good way. Like, they'll see that, like, dang, like, this man's really about his stuff, or this girl's really about her stuff. They're gonna see it. A lot of people, like, I'm the kind of person, like, when I see stuff on social media, I don't get jealous or be like, dang, I wish that was me, or I hate watch. Oh, sorry about that. Ew, so sorry. Anyways, or I like hate watch, or I just talk negative and stuff like that. I've never been that kind of person, because I always understood, like, the things that you're seeing anyone else do, you can do that shit too. You just got to find a way to do it how you are meant to do it, and how you're meant to experience it. But that's really just an example of what you could be living, or what you could, like, what kind of life you could be living. But you got to understand that's their life. They're just showing you what they're doing, because that's just a trend. That's just things that people do. But if I were to put this, there's a bunch of spider webs. I don't know. I'm not really worried about spiders. I just want to put my hands in my pocket. I'm hoping the mic is on this and not the phone. How we looking? It's actually not that cold now that I've sat in the cold as long as I did. All right, as long as I have. Sorry. What was I saying? Yeah, I've never been one to like hate on people, or just like I just use that as motivation. I'm like, I get inspired when I see other people doing great things, or things that just like, dang, I wanna be there. You know what I mean? It gives me the time and space to kind of think about, like, okay, what is it that I have to do to kind of get in the position there, and not in a way of like I want to live their life, but like I want to see myself in that kind of light. So what is it that I have to do to kind of get to that point? It's I've always used it as motivation. Anyways, when people around you, I'm circling back. That was another tangent. I'm sorry. But when people, make excuses for themselves and stuff like that, it's really just like, it's like they're just really comfortable with like being down, being, not being able to like really see themselves in a better light. They're not really good at putting their best foot forward and just accomplishing. Those are the kind of people who probably abuse certain substances, or like just do a lot of activities that require them to like kill their time and attention away from what it is that they can be doing to like putting themselves forward. Like, people, when you have dreams and aspirations, you're supposed to chase those. Like, you're supposed to chase after that, no matter what's going on in life. When you're younger, you're taught to like dream big. But then as you get older, and how the way life works, dreams are literally just dreams. They're just like, they end up feeling like thoughts and stuff. Like, or at least a lot of the times, the way things have worked out in my life for me, the things that I wanted to go after, I feel like all I had to say was like when it came to certain stuff that I wanted to do, when I was younger, I felt like I couldn't do it because of what was holding me back, like certain hindrances. Like, in my case, I feel like my parents really didn't like, I wasn't really allowed to do certain things, not because it was like, it was something that I shouldn't be doing, but it's just like, they made it feel like, let's say asking for something was just like, ew. I don't know. Like, that could be a whole different video. I don't want to like include all these topics in one. I could make a whole like big video, but I don't want to take it there. I'm gonna just summarize it, and then maybe I will touch on that point in a different time. But yeah, like, however you were wired or however you were brought up when you were younger, make sure you unlearn that, bro. Because you're your own person. All these different lessons and thoughts, processes, and like just programmings, anything that you've been taught. When you're a kid, you're very I forgot the word, but you're like a sponge. You're like a dry sponge. You don't have anything. You don't know anything. Like, you know stuff, but because you're younger and like the way life works for certain people, some kids are like really intelligent and they know right from wrong, and they're like, they don't care who you are. Like, they'll tell you like, no, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people would see that as like, oh, these kids are too grown, or you're hard-headed, or like, they'd try to make you feel bad about being wise. And it's like, you're telling me this kid knows right from wrong more than you do, and you've been walking around here longer than they have. Something's not right. But it's really like, it's not their fault at the same time. It is their fault, but it's not. Some people are just really victims of their environment and their circumstances, and they don't understand that they can get out of it whenever they want to. They just have to shift their mind out of their situation. Once you find the time to really like take yourself out of your shoes and then kind of look at where they're going, where they're headed, where they're moving, that's when you can kind of like, kind of drive where it is you're meant to be going, where you want to be going. There's probably a better way I could have explained that, but yeah, anyways. I forgot where I was going. I think I'm just gonna stop where I am. Last time I said that, it was like 12 minutes ago, I think. I could just sit here and yap all day, but I'm full of energy. I got some good sleep. I'm feeling okay. I'm very excited. I got some things lined up. Not necessarily, I just know things that are happening in terms of like where it is I want to do, what I want to do. Oh yeah, dreams. There we go. Let me touch base on that again. Dreams and stuff, like those things that you see and you think about and you're like, dang, I want to do that. Like, I want to get to this point. I want to, as a kid, you're taught that dreams are really just dreams or like just visions, but they may not come true. Like some things that you want to do may seem like far out of reach for other people because they've already given up. They already feel like they can't accomplish what it is they want to go after because they associate that with their time, their age, what they've done in life. A lot of people have already given up, and they'll try and push that on you. They don't understand it, but they're putting that on you. Like, they're putting that failure mindset on you. How is someone who hasn't dealt with what they've gone through what they've gone through, haven't experienced what they've experienced, but they're going to try and tell you basically what you can and can't do, or what's possible or what's not possible. You had your chance. Your time isn't up, but the way you're going about life, it's over with for you. So you really shouldn't have any kind of input on what I'm doing. Don't try and live through me. Now, there's people who live through other people in a good way, but some motherfuckers, they just, because they're not winning, they don't want to see you win. And those kind of people could be anybody. It could be like childhood friends. It could be close relatives. It could be somebody you look up to. You don't even know it. The more aware you become of certain things, it'll really help you understand like who's meant to be around you, and who isn't, and it'll also help you understand why these certain people were put around you in these certain times. You know what I'm saying? Like what I'm going through right now, I picked up on some things that's like, dang, bro, is it a me problem or them? And ultimately, it comes down to you. You can't really blame
how you react to certain things on someone else, because they probably don't even realize what they're doing because of what they're going through, or like they haven't learned that you just gotta be don't be hard on other people, especially yourself. Like everyone's living life the same way you are. Everyone's going through things. Everyone's trying to learn who they are, who they're meant to be, what it is they're supposed to be, achieving, and kind of everyone's working out the kinks, So don't hold it against anybody if they rub you the wrong way, they make you feel like you're less than, or they give you this feeling like, damn, I can't kick it around you. I mean, it's probably right. Like if you do feel those things, like if it's like negative things and they make you feel like a certain way, definitely take some space and time away from them. I'm so sorry. But if you also like understand why it may be happening, don't hold it against them. And maybe you could like kind of put your hand in, put your ideas in, and kind of guide them in the right way. Don't try to like, live for them. Don't try to like take over their life, but definitely like just try your best to give them insight on how it is you feel. If you're being genuine about everything, whatever it is you're telling someone about how you feel, or how you're thinking about something, however they react, that's on them. But as long as you're being genuine about everything it is you're going into, you'll be all right. As long as you're coming from a good place, you're gonna be okay. Whatever it is you put out, it's gonna come back to you, good and bad. Your voice, the tongue is a very powerful tool, so that's why it's very good to always speak positive, and just be happy about things. Just speak of things in good light, because when you're constantly talking bad about yourself or other people, or just like wishing bad things, or just stuck on like certain topics that don't really inspire happiness, you're gonna stay in that state. That kind of stuff is gonna keep coming around. That kind of stuff is just gonna be in your life forever, until you understand like you're kind of doing this to yourself. Like you write your own story. Like you illustrate everything that you're heading toward. You're writing out everything that you're supposed to be like going through. You don't realize it yet, or maybe you do. But once you realize it, that's when things will start to go well, and like there'll never be like a bad moment for you. Like unfortunate things happen, but it's just like that's just how it goes. That's just how it goes. And like I said earlier, just try to remember how you would have reacted or felt when you were at a different point of your life, like an earlier point of your life. How would you have reacted to that? And you can really see the growth in you, and like what it is that you went through, and how it made you feel. And it's like you can see like, bro, I made tons of progress. I've really I've come far. And the more you have the chance to kind of gauge on what it is you've been through, what you've been going through, it just gets so much fun. Like, I don't know how people don't like watching themselves get better. Like, some people don't. Like, I remember I said this thing where I was like, do you not believe in improvement? Like, it's an inside joke, but like, bro, you're really like, you can get better in that very second. When you know something, okay, let's say it's about adaptation, adaptability. Like, if you realize you're not really, something's not going right while you're still like dealing with it, you take a step back and change up what it is you're doing. And once it starts going your way, there you go. That's growth right there. That's progress. You made a change. You stopped taking that the things that were going wrong as a loss, and you just took it as the time to like, okay, let me do the work again. Let me rewrite what's happening, and go from there. Trials and tribulation. I forgot what that thing was called, but it's like you keep going until you get it right like 3 times in a row, basically. until you get the hang of it. And the more you go through those reps of like kind of like getting things wrong and then correcting them, you'll understand like a lot of those same methods will always work for a different, you just have to find a way to apply it differently. The science is there. The science is there. The science is there. You just have to try and apply it differently to what it is you're going through. Like, let's say you run into the same kind of people. You don't really, like a lot, like nowadays, ooh, this is good. So, you know how people are like, this group of people isn't really like, they're up to no good. Or this group of people is up to no good. But it's like, you kind of still find your way running into those same kind of people. You're still like, you still have an attraction to them. It's because of you. You're the problem. You need to make a change in order for it to go the way it should be. Like my friend, I have a friend that's always like, man, I'm never gonna be able to meet this kind of person and like, you know, actually, and it's just like, bro, the way you're talking, I literally told it, I said, the way you're saying it, bro, of course you're not. Of course you're not when you're speaking of it that way. And he's like, you know what, man, that's okay. What? Like you're literally asking for that. You're asking for a negative outcome going forward. Obviously, it's something you want, and you feel like if you've had it, then you know, you would be in a better mind space. Like things would be better. A lot of other stuff would be going well for you. And bro, you just have to think. You have to talk about things in like a positive light. The more you like, you kind of, I don't want to say conjure, but it's like the more you is, I guess, is manifestation. Not even manifestation, bro. You just, bro. Make sure you're the author of your story. So be mindful of what it is you're saying out loud and putting into the universe. Of course, the bad things that you're saying is gonna happen to you. You're the one saying it. You're like, you're already telling yourself you don't deserve certain things, or you do deserve certain things, but it's just like not good things. Bro, what? Oh, I just heard some wild shit. Somebody was like stomping or something, I don't know. But yeah, bro, like, just get in the habit of like being happy about things, even through the bad times. Like right now, I'm excited because I know there's good coming my way. I just gotta stay focused and just, you know, keep a smile on my face. And it's a real smile. It's not like one of those smiles like, oh, I'm faking it till I'm making it. No, you really have to feel like you're winning, because you are. Tell yourself that you're winning, especially at your lowest points. Tell yourself what it is you're gonna be. Not even what you're gonna be. You're already there. Let's say you want to be rich and you want to be like, you want to be financially just set, and you know you don't have to worry about that. Bro, you already are. If you're saying you want that, you already have it. Shift your mind into that mode of having it already. Things you want to own and things you want to see more often, you're already looking at it. You're already seeing it. You're living through that. That's why I was like earlier, everything is that I see and touch, or maybe I didn't say this in the video. I think I was just saying this to myself. But I took a walk while it was raining, and I was just like, bro, everything around me is mine already. Like, it sounds crazy, but bro, you kind of gotta be crazy if you want to like really propel yourself forward and you know, see these kind of things play out in a good way for you. Forgot where I was. I'm just gonna cut it. Yeah, I'm just gonna cut it. I don't want to force anything else. But that's it for now. Appreciate y'all for stopping by, tuning in. I'm gonna get more active and just pump these kind of videos out. You never know, other people out there could be going through the same thing or worse. But like I said, whatever it is you bring to their attention, they might be able to break that down in their own way and apply it to their life. It's like there's no one correct way to get the right math problem, you know. 3 + 2 is 5, 6 - 1 is 5. And that's just simple. That's a simple example, but like, you know what I mean? Bro, there's always different ways to get to where it is you want to be at. If something helped you, share it. Someone else might be able to follow along exactly what you did, or they could do something else completely different, but y'all ended up in the same place. Y'all ended up exactly where y'all wanted to be. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's it. That's it. Until next time. Bam.